Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Jennifer Lopez, oh, things are getting even more ugly in this divorce. Y'all, we got to talk about this. It has come out the fact that even though J-Lo filed for divorce without a lawyer, you know mama was mad why Ben was busy drinking matcha lattes with Jen Garner over and his family. J-Lo, you ain't family. They let y'all know, right? Over in Japan, Jennifer J-Lo got so mad she went and filed for divorce without a lawyer. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, she's going to get a lawyer, but you know how mad you got to be to fill out paperwork on your own when you are worth millions just to do that sting. They're saying J-Lo did that on purpose. However, it looks like it didn't really resonate at all because Ben couldn't wait to get away from J-Lo. Why? It's all going back to that Diddy stuff. You guys, we'll talk about that in a second. Diddy is going down, and apparently there is some way that J-Lo is either implicated in the tapes, or what my sources are telling me is Ben found out that J-Lo still had money tied up with Diddy. Diddy, now again, and they're saying that he found out that she is helping Diddy in some way. Now, this could be helping him pay for lawyers, PR, because say what you want, Diddy lived a billionaire lifestyle, but we're now finding out he was barely a million. It takes a lot to maintain that, okay? People can live paycheck to paycheck. And even if he has houses and stuff, you know how that is with assets, right? Like, yeah, you can have like a Maybach. Can you afford to put gas in that mug? Because if you can't, it's over, right? Anyway, let me get to the point that everybody was saying, okay? So anyway, they're saying that J-Lo, Ben found out that J-Lo was still helping Diddy out in some way, either PR, lawyers, maybe helping with the kids' expenses, and that they have money tied up together. Why is that so important? Diddy is being looked at international money laundering, dealings with the cartel. Now, people laughed a few months ago. However, there wasn't a cartel member that just sued Diddy for screwing them over in the business deal. I know. Now, a lot of people, we'll talk about that in a different video too. I know this is going to be a heavy upload day. But in any case, right? Ben found out about that. The feds showed up at their door. Ben said, I was already getting tired of you. You already messing up my flow of having vodka and cornflakes every morning and putting some Jack Daniels in my tea, allegedly. You're already messing up my vibe. And now you're bringing this humiliation. This is 100% the reason why I left you in 2002. Let's also not forget that Ben just got tired of J-Lo. At the end of the day, I've said it once, I said it again. J-Lo was always Ben's option. Ben was always J-Lo's one. Some of y'all were arguing, not y'all, but the people in the back were arguing with me, talking about you don't know this and that. And I said, if you think this looks like a healthy relationship, and if you don't think that this looks like J-Lo is getting conned, it came out that J-Lo insisted there not be any prenup because she wanted to prove to Ben, on top of eloping to Vegas, on top of doing all this stuff, she wanted to prove to Ben that this was it for her because Ben was a little bit, what do you call it? Was a little bit hesitant, like, oh, this is going to be your fourth marriage. How do I know this is really the right one? J-Lo had to convince Ben that she was serious and did not sign a prenup. Y'all, hold on. That's right, y'all. In order to convince Ben that she was 100% serious and this was her last forever marriage, he was encouraging her to not sign a prenup. Let's also not forget it was reported in the divorce documents. I know there's so much going on. It was reported in the divorce documents that J-Lo tried to hash out all monetary things so they could just get divorced. Ben's the one slowing things down, and people are saying that he is coming after half of everything she made while we're together. So they were together. J-Lo's worth $450 million. Ben's only worth $150 million. I know, only, right? He's worth $150 million, but that's not counting the money he spent on gambling, on debts, on this, on that, and on his vices whenever they pop up. Okay, so y'all with me? They're saying that he thought he could ride it out a little longer. He thought that it was maybe a low point. But again, he wanted to get out of that relationship as quick as he could before the Diddy indictment dropped and J-Lo be mentioned and Ben and his squeaky clean image also get pulled in. Again, people are saying that Ben was willing to stand by J-Lo's side, right? willing to stand by J-Lo's side, maybe, right? Maybe. But after he found out that she would literally was still involved business-wise and other ways with Diddy, and on top of Atlas, and on top of it turning into a laughing stock, and on top of him remembering, I didn't like you. J-Lo and Ben are the real life embodiment of that Brandy song, Almost Doesn't Count. Almost made you love me. Almost made you cry. Almost made you something. Didn't I? Didn't I? Right? Almost doesn't count. He remembered, I almost thought I could spend the rest of my life with you, okay? Now, J-Lo, for her part, is saying she filed because she wanted it to sting, because she was hoping that she could kiss up the bin and things would be better. Unfortunately for J-Lo, it all fell flat because at the end of the day, he left you because he's trying to stay ahead of the Diddy stuff. Now, again, this is what the streets are saying. There is a chance that J-Lo and Ben just were two mature people that just decided this isn't going to work, and they decided to cut their losses as quick as they can. Yeah, I know. They ain't never been J-Lo or Ben. They always been on some BS, right? Anyway, get into this because I thought this was so good. Okay. There's also gossip that Ben's daughter is the reason they also broke up too. And I'm not we'll talk about that in a different video too. Let me actually make uh a thing. Hold on. Let me okay. So I just have to make a note so I can get the next video up. I'm working here. Okay. Okay, so let's get back into this with the thing. That was supposed to hurt her. It did not. Ben literally laughed in her face. They're also saying, hold on, I lost my place. Oh, they're also saying that Ben showed absolutely no interest. And this goes into, I believe, the streets about he's trying to get ahead of the Diddy news. And he thinks that he's like, you're not letting that mofo pull my reputation down. I was sick of you anyway. You were getting on my last nerves. And you come home with all this baggage. Oh, no, no, no. They said that Ben reportedly showed no interest in fixing the marriage before Jennifer Lopez filed for divorce. And get this, J-Lo tried her best. She invited him to the premieres, invited him to the Met. She even flew on an airline coach, a little commuter jet coach, to prove that she could do things low key. And the sad thing is with J-Lo, it's like she never realizes when Ben's ready to leave her. And by the time she realizes that he's gone, he's made up his mind. He's not coming back. And that's when she starts begging. It's actually a little humiliating. Anyway, they're saying that Ben showed no interest in fixing their fractured union, saying she's very disappointed and sad, but Ben hasn't given her any signs that he wants her to continue with the marriage. Again, her even putting that in page 6 is her basically saying to Ben, please, please, please. Again, she was already getting on his nerves. Every marriage, I get, relationship goes through stuff, but when you add the Diddy stuff on, this is why he's so adamant, and he's like, I'm not going to do this. And this is why he's gone no contact with her and even stopped talking to her, because he realizes that when she's around, maybe he can sweet talk him, maybe she can do a little dance, maybe she can do whatever. He is adamant. Again, J-Lo, it's not you, it's the connection to Diddy. And because you're not willing to cut the connection to Diddy, well, I don't know. Also, you know that, interestingly enough, and I'll just say this like this. I'll leave this like this. First of all, the people that said that I was dead wrong and J-Lo and Ben were strong, I would like to say you should check into your mate, because they might actually be cheating on you or trying to leave you right now. And I'm just saying, because you obviously can't recognize the signs. And also, when we talk about Diddy, we talk about money laundering, and we talk about, like, one of the biggest money laundering things in the world is the music industry and concerts. And we talk about J-Lo's concert and the way she had to cancel it. I don't know, y'all. I'm going to start some digging, but maybe this connection between J-Lo and Diddy, it's deeper than we think, but just as deep as Ben knows. Listen, y'all know I'm going to follow this divorce to the pits of hell and find out what's going on, even the separation date. But yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.